Hello everyone, welcome back to Lynn's Homestead. Well, I ran into a bit of a problem on the way home from the woods yesterday. My LED headlights evidently lost a couple of its diodes. I could barely see. I had to run the driving lights just to get home. So I'm going to show you how to change the light bulbs in a 2000, I think it goes 2004 to 2009 GMC Envoy. So I got the bulbs. One of the bulbs is not right, and I'm going to put the higher powered one on the passenger side because that way it's not going to blind oncoming traffic. Let's get started. I'm going to get this thing out. So first up, they got these metal plates. That's what kind of holds the headlight in place. Normally I don't take any tools, but I'm going to use a pair of pliers, because one of them's kind of hard to get to. We'll lift up, and the headlight should come right out. Just like that. Then, we got a wiring harness. Let me get you down there. You got a wiring harness right down there we got to unsnap. And we got one over here we got to squeeze and twist so you can turn so you're loose. Another one here. And then the thing comes out. So the headlight, the low beam, is the upper one. So you got to take this little rubber boot off. Now I got LEDs in here. And the reason for the LEDs is because of wire meltage. So we're going to unhook this from here. And this counterclockwise turn to get it out. Ooh, it is hot out here. So one of these diodes burn out because this thing is so dim I can't see. Now, the one that goes back in here, okay, dang gun it, I got the wrong one. I'll be right back. The low beam is a 9006. High beam is 9005. The difference is in 5 watts. So I'm not going to touch my high beams because they still work. Oh, and these are halogen. Do not touch the glass. And my wire back out of there. That. Now these things are, they got 2 large ears and 1 little ear. You got to make sure you get it in there to that effect. Can be difficult. Sometimes almost impossible to get them in there. But keep working it and you'll get it in there. Come on. Be right back. This being difficult. Especially when it hits the floor. Okay. Reason it wouldn't go in. One of these ears was bent down and wouldn't go underneath. So what I did, I attached the wire to the light bulb prior to putting it in there. So, only thing we do, put this little rubber booty on, and then we got to slide all this back in here, attaching each light bulb. Got the clearance, got the turn signal, Hey, it's hot out here. It's bearable to do this stuff. So we got those two on, and we got to snap on this harness over here. Now the trick is to line these holes. Now these are supposed to stay up, but they don't always do that. So you get it in there, push them down, tug. All right. Let's see if they come on. Now it's really bright out here, so it might be a little hard to see. I'm going to turn the light switch on. Now this has daytime driving lights, so I had to manually turn on the light switch. And yes, it comes on. All right. So we're going to do the other side. The other side is a high beam bulb, but I tell you, it's better than nothing. I'm going to try not to use any of my tools to get this thing out. So you lift up on this, pull it out. Disconnect the harness there. Press, turn, pull out, twist, and the thing comes out. So we're going to change the bulbs in this the same way. I'm trying not to sweat all over my bulbs because that would not be a good thing. Now you got to remember which bulb is what. The one with the diffuser is where it's going to go. So that diffuser is up here. So we'll want to take this one off. Get the harness out for the LED. If you plan on getting LED, don't order from eBay because that's where I got this thing. It's about as useless as you know what. This thing even fits in here loose. Okay, so we got it out. Let's make sure the ears are bent up like they're supposed to be. Looks like they are. Okay, so now we're going to clip this thing on. So you can see where it's melted in here. Now luckily it works. I'll probably still have to replace this, but it's a common trait of General Motors product to be having this problem. You'll constantly have to change these things. Okay, now we're going to stick this thing down in here, line it up with the ears, and twist. Put that on. Fasten all the other lights on here. Clearance. Turn signal. And the harness. I had one of these, it melted everything. Make sure these holes are lined up. These replacements don't stay up like they're supposed to. So you might have to fight with them a little bit. So let's get this thing back in. Can be cumbersome at times. Okay, make sure All right, let's check it, make sure it comes on. That comes on. All right. So, depending on what you're changing, needle nose might be the only tool you need. If you have a Trailblazer, you may need a screwdriver. I didn't pay much for these. I tell you what, they're a pain in the ass. It's kind of funny because on each terminal, they got a plus and a minus. When I first put these things on, they didn't do nothing because they wired them backwards. Backwards, I say. If you're going to get LED and put on your vehicles, get a name brand, get it from a local parts store. Don't go online because these, I'm done. The high beams, they work, but for how long, right? I'll see you next time here at Lynn's Homestead, and keep your night lit.